Hi there, and welcome to Faith in 5, where we believe you can build your faith in just 5 minutes. I'm your host, Reggie Wilson, and I'm back with another exciting episode. Today is Friday, so happy Friday. But in addition to that, I want to, in advance, wish the fathers happy Father's Day. Okay? Happy Father's Day. Now, today, I want to pick up in the NIV version of the Bible. We're going to be 2 Corinthians 5, starting in verse 7. And the Bible reads, "We live by faith, not by sight." Let me repeat that. We live by faith, not by sight. Now, I like to break it down. Imagine there's a wall in front of you. You know where you want to get to. You know your destination. But there's a wall directly in front of you. Now, when you see that wall, you're going to be like, you know what? I can't get through it. But living by faith is you don't see the wall. You see your destination. Regardless of what's in front of you, the destination is your focus. But how many of us do that? It's typically hard to do because that wall is so big. It's so huge in front of you. It's hard to focus on the destination. Why am I sharing that, guys? I want us to live by faith and not by sight. An example that comes from the Bible. Think about one example I say is Moses. When Moses was leading the Israelites out of Egypt. And what happened was he was hemmed in on all sides. They were right here by the Red Sea, by the sea. And what happened was he had the army, the Egyptian army coming after him. And directly in front of him was the sea. There was nothing but water. How was he going to get out that obstacle? He lived by faith, not by sight. He went to God, and God allowed him and told him, use your staff to part the Red Sea. He was able to part it, and he was able to go straight through. He lived by faith, not by sight. Why am I bringing up as men and as women as well? We can't rehash the past, what we're going through, or the obstacle in front of us. We got to go to God. And that He'll use whatever the resources we have at our disposal to meet all our needs and get us through the obstacle. Because we live by faith, not by sight. Think about that for a moment. You see, living by faith doesn't change your circumstances. It changes your perspective and your view of those circumstances. You know, have you ever been on a long journey? I know for me, I like to travel sometimes. So the one time I traveled from New York to Georgia. And along that journey, guess what? I got tired. I got tired because it's a long road. Sometimes you have to take rest. But just because sometimes there's traffic, and just because there's traffic there, it doesn't mean, okay, the journey's over. No. I stay in that traffic. I do whatever it takes because I know where my destination is. You see, I don't get up on every rest stop because there's traffic. No, I stay there because I know where I'm going. And I'm fixated on my destination. I'm not fixated on the traffic or the problems in front of me. Because I'm going to find a way there. And that goes to our lives too. Maybe you haven't been the best dad right now. But guess what? You want to be. Focus on where you're going and make the necessary adjustments right now. Because we live by faith, not by sight. It's just taking that first step. That's it. What is the first step? Being in the Word of God, reading it, and applying what you have learned. So guys, I want you to be encouraged today. I want you to remember we live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. Because in this world today and where we at, we need to live by faith. Whatever you haven't been, whatever you did not do that you were supposed to do, as a dad, as a mom, as a man or woman of God, remember, we live by faith, not by sight. Forget about that wall that you put up. Forget about the barriers that are there. And focus on your vision and the destination that God has put on your heart. To be the best version of yourself for your family and for God most importantly. So let's remember 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. We live by faith, not by sight.